Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. Welcome to the channel Light Cloud TV, where we learn to love the game. And learn to love the game, or love to learn the game? I forgot my own motto. What the hell? No matter. We have the quarterfinals of ZOTAC 281, a human vs undead matchup. And game 1 was pretty interesting. I mean, I would not say it was a lopsided game. It was initially in the the early to the mid game. It was very slow, and then at the end it was pretty much one-sided. But if you haven't watched it, I won't spoil it. Maybe I'll just, be not lazy and add an annotation to the previous game if need be. Anyway, we're gonna have CZE, who's gonna be the yellow undead player. Apparently yellow's his favorite color if you haven't noticed his previous, series. Yellow undead player on the top right. We do have Atomic Relics being placed down before that graveyard, so we're going to have a slightly delayed Crypt Fiend army, and hopefully a quick transition into Halls of the Dead. And in the bottom left, his human counterpart right here, InquisitiveHawk, the light blue human player. In the bottom left, this map is on Amazonia, and yeah, one-on-one map, so both players know where each other are. Honestly, Hawk, I agree that the previous map, Ancient Isles, was pretty much undead favored, just because of the positioning of the expansions. I can't really show it here because, I mean, the expansion in Amazonia is kind of favorable to anyone who takes an expansion, because there's rather enclosed one entrance. It's wide, but it's rather enclosed and can easily be defended by, just mass towers. And yeah, Ancient Isles is a little bit different. It had two entrances, and it had either one side towers, or the other side towers, or just overexposed towers and not doing really much. Anyway, we have a ring of protection picked up by InquisitiveHawk's Archmage. And who do we have out roaming around for CZE? We do have the Death Knight, who does have that Rod Necromancy, going after these kobolds quickly after this Tunneler, quickly microing away to reduce the aggro. Unfortunately, that skeletal minion has been taken down. Another one will be taken down, but the undead always comes back for more. And I'm not sure if this was a wise move for CZE. I'm not sure if the camp is necessary. Well, I'm not sure if the camp is necessary, as he, invested a lot of mana into that creeping. And who knows, maybe Hawk might just finish that off and get the item. Woohoo. Hawk is at level 2. He does have pretty much useless items. He's just gonna wait until he passes by a marketplace or, his vault, just for selling those items. Oh, we do not have a graveyard. I'm sorry, I didn't see this. We do have mass schools right now. I didn't see that coming because CZE had Death Coil at level 1, so this is going to be very interesting. I know it's not impossible to do easy surrounds with mass schools, but it's just more convenient and easy to surround enemy units with Unholy Aura, just with that increased movement speed. Anyway, we do have Militia. Surprisingly enough, Hawk is gonna go for that creep camp, even though he is aware of his opponent's location, and he's just gonna go balls to the wall with it. I'm not sure if that's a wise decision, as also I can't tell who's doing the most damage. Hawk is gonna lose himself a Militia. Cloak of Shadows effectively being used right there to counteract that surround. So possibly he was thinking, maybe I could use a Cloak of Shadows or something like that. Hawk did lose another Militia, and it's gonna take a while for him to batter down this Rock Golem. Level 3 is on the Archmage. Of course, CZE is gonna go after more surround attempts. Unfortunately, he still has that Cloak of Shadows, so CZE can't really get off a solid surround, but he can deal as much damage as he can before he melts into the shadows. Anyway, Rock Golem is going to be bursted down very quickly. Death Coil cannot be used to steal it, but it looks like CZE was able to get his skeletons and ghouls to take that kill from the Archmage. Level 3 on that Archmage, level 2 on this Death Knight. Wand of Mana Stealing also on that Archmage, picked up from that Rock Golem. Not the best item honestly, but meh, if the Archmage needs mana, he can just take it away from that Death Knight, and of course it denies any further Death Coils. It looks like Hawk is gonna go and expand to his delight. Yeah. Also, this might just be the standard double Sanctum build. Although I'm not sure how CZE will transition out of this. He is placing down a slaughterhouse. He does not. Oh, he does have that graveyard. He is not making more Crypt Fiends as he is supply blocked. Accidentally supply blocked. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Maybe he was just too focused on micromanaging his ghouls or something like that. But he is kind of supply blocked. Anyway, we have Halls of the Dead out. Will we have tier 3? I mean, Lich is on the way, but CZE does not have enough gold for a tier 3 jump. But we might just go for a mass destroyers, which, you know, quick mass destroyers. It takes some time for the human army to, you know, build up their spellbreaker army, so, you know, just get destroyers out as quickly as possible and hopefully rush your opponent. But will we see that from Hawk? He is still yet to go to tier 2. He's just about to complete his expansion. He does not have the lumber, so yeah, we've seen that lumber mill being placed down earlier. No masonry upgrades or lumber capacity just quite yet. Low hit point ghouls going back to lumber harvesting. We do have those obsidian statues out. Lich has been trained up and will not be greeted with any valuable item from that Death Knight. So yeah, Death Knight failed the Lich once again. Obviously we'll tell the Lich King of his failures. We do have the Hawk actually pushing out with a kind of solid army, but it's gonna be easily countered with that Lich's Frost Nova. I mean, those foot were clumped up together, so AoE is totally appropriate for this kind of situation. But the Lich is also taking quite a bit of damage. Death Knight does not have any mana for any kind of Death Coil, but a health potion was purchased. Not sure if that was a wise purchase though, as you know, health pots kind of take quite a bit of gold. I mean, it's not like League of Legends or Dota where it costs like 35 or 100 gold. No, health pots take, I believe, 150. No, that's health regained. That's health restored. I'm sorry. It's probably like 200 or 250. I know it's been a while since I played Warcraft. Oh well. But yeah, Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 on that Archmage. Probably gonna save that up for that Mountain King. If he actually gets the Mountain King, he's gonna go to Keep Tick. Right now he's massing up more footmen. He does have his expansion established, but honestly he needs more towers. If you haven't seen in the previous game, obviously 7 towers was not enough, especially since CZE is going to go into destroyers instead of a meat wagons. Although I guess that's rather contradictory. He's going to go double slaughterhouse, which is rather interesting. Not sure if he has the enough gold to actually support a double slaughterhouse. He's also making gargoyles, which apparently is good timing. Is it good timing? Well, obviously there's no anti-air except for that Archmage and Water Elemental, but there's a ton of guard towers, so I don't know why that is good timing. Maybe the observers just, I don't know. Oh, is this a good timing? Because there's a drop going on? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's good timing or not. But that Zeppelin was taken down. I mean, look at Gargoyle at initial stats. 61 to 70 damage, not counting armor, against air units. I mean, Gargoyles are melee against air, but they do tons of damage. They're like hippogriffs, they're crazy. Gargoyle, Worm, and Panda. I'm just reading the chat right now because these are honestly intriguing kind of build orders to me. We do have a Sacrificial's Pit, so we might go into Frostworms, but that's going to be a lot of magic damage. We're going to a Blacksmith as well, so we might not even go double Sanctums. Blacksmith has indicated either a Rifleman, which is highly unlikely because we do not have tier 3, or Siege Tanks, or Mortar Teams, or Flying Machines. I'm just naming them all. I mean, they're all viable options. But we shall see. Obviously a Workshop is going to be placed down. We do have tier 3 on the way as well. Mountain King is being trained up to add to that. So we might have a Mountain King, Archmage, Paladin, Tri-Hero composition. But is tier 3 rather necessary? I mean, Knights, I guess, do well against Ghouls, but when they come against Destroyers, I'm not sure if that's really effective, especially since they're heavy armor. And you can see these Obsidian statues transforming themselves into Destroyer form and stealing each other's mana, and then that manaless statue goes and transforms again. Either way, we have Hawk moving on in, possibly trying to do as much damage as he can. Was able to take down a Ziggurat, so he was able to put his opponent to supply cap. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if the Archmage... Oh, he does. He does have a TP scroll, so he has a possibility and a method of retreating. Either way, on the other side of the map, we have the Lich at level 3, as well as that Death Knight, who is almost at level 4. Robe of Magi plus 6, so Lich, man, stop moving around and get that robe. Replenishment potion as well, and the TP scroll is going to be forced right here. Honestly, Archmage pretty much had no army. He did have that Mountain King supporting him, but Mountain King, I don't know about the Mountain King. I mean, he was a latecomer. Wow, Robe of Magi is not being moved on to that Lich. He does have that Corruption Orb, but he does not have plus 6 attack from this Robe of Magi, so... Not sure if Cechi is unaware or he's just intentionally not doing it. Maybe the Death Knight benefits more from mana regeneration and mana capacity, I don't know. What? We have another crypt. That is really interesting. I don't say interesting like, oh wow, it might work. No, I don't think so. I think it's rather weird for another crypt to be going on. I mean, Hawk, as you can see here, is placing double Workshops, which is pretty much standard, as well as double Griffin Aviaries. He does have 2 expansions right now, and you can see he is sitting on a lot of gold and quite a bit of lumber. Hopefully that can be fixed with this Goblin Shredder right here. TP scroll is going to be used on that Archmage once again. Oh man, that's a lot of TP scrolls just being wasted right there. Obviously Hawk has the gold, but is that really enough? Archmage probably needs to use that Staff of Sanctuary on himself. Otherwise, he needs a health scroll or a healing pot. Anyway, Cechi once again supply block, but we don't care. We love him. Looks like Crypt Fiends are going to be the final transition. I mean, this is rather interesting. Web is being researched, but pumping out Crypt Fiends from both crypts is rather, you know, resource intensive. I mean, he's only on 1 base and his gold mining rate is pretty much the same as anyone else's. Okay, so it looks like Flying Machines might be the unit of choice for Hawk right now, possibly just to, you know, counter those Gargoyles and Destroyers. We do indeed have a Panda as well for Cechi, just as predicted from the previous comment. And how is this not good? Well, you'll see very soon. Oh wow, Destroyers don't have upgrades. Okay. What I would think, in my opinion, was a key point in game 1 was that he had upgrades, basically. And I believe he had +2 upgrades. Oh, does he have +1? I did not see that graveyard. Okay, he has +1 upgrades, but we're already 14, almost 15 minutes into this game. +1 upgrades is, you know, sure it's good, but the Cechi could have done better, honestly. Anyway, do have Scourge, Bone Chimes for that Panda So of course the ghoul, the panda, the death knight will be benefiting from lifesteal as well as that gargoyle if he goes up against any flying machines or griffins. Yes, we are indeed going to have griffins as the Stormhammer has been researched. Hawk is just sitting at 50's food. So is this really a good time to be sitting on 50 food? He does have 2 griffins out as well as the Dragonhawk Rider. Does he have any ground units? I'm not sure. He does have 2 more flying machines, but that's pretty much the extent of his army. We do have a busted up flying machine as well. But is that going to be enough against this kind of army, especially since Cechi has no problems going away, you know, from upkeep. Either way, statue has been destroyed, one of them at least. Flying machines, and I believe the griffin has been taken down. So 1 griffin is really important if Cechi was able to take it down. Who jacked? No one really jacked, really. Fear? I don't know. Something was sold, I'm not sure what it was. Robo Magi still not given to that Archmage, which is not Archmage, Lich, which is still a very curious move in my opinion. I mean, Lich, sure, he doesn't have any mana problems, he does have a replenishment potion, but Lich is pretty much can also deal damage through basic attacks. I mean, that's why you stack claws onto that Lich. Also the Bonucci also pointed out that the panda is almost at level 3, so level 2 fire, Breath of Fire is going to be amazing against these flying machines, especially since how fragile and brittle these guys are. 200 health, oh my god, what are you? Made of a piece of wood? Possibly? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, seeing as the entirety of this Warcraft game is paper modeling, I would say. That's how I would describe it. But either way, Scroll will really help on DK. Oh yeah, oh, Beast of Scroll, as well as Healing Scroll. Oh, that's gonna be a denial against that human army, but we shall see. We shall see indeed. Hawk, oh my god, he's got so many towers, he just can't upgrade them all. Oh wow, he's executing his own men. Usually that's the job of the Archmage, but Archmage is, in the field of battle. Oh, Lich, you just want to see that Tome of Intelligence just being taken out from that panda. Although I'm still rather curious that the DK did not give that Robo Magi onto the panda or that Lich. I mean, both options are very viable. DK, I'm not sure if he's rather, essential in having how much is 130? Oh, math hurts my brains. 105 mana, I believe it's 105 or it's 120, I don't know. Yeah, it's 120. Oh wow, he does have Scroll of the Beast as well, so there's a very great variety of AoE consumables right here. Scroll of Healing, Scroll of the Beast, and as well as Scroll of Protection, so additional damage, additional armor, and of course straight up healing. So offense, defense is covered, sustainability is also covered. That's gonna be amazing, especially since destroyers are not against them, so they can't really devour friendly buffs. We have a fleet of flying machines right here. Oh, Breath of Fire was just missed. I'm not sure if that was the wisest Breath of Fire, and he's going to be regretful about that. He's taking quite a bit of damage from this army, and Cechi is going to be forced to run away. We're gonna have more Crypt Fiends though, so I don't know, it's still rather interesting. He'll still go for Crypt Fiends. I mean, these knights can do fairly well, but we shall see. It looks like Cechi's gonna come down here, possibly try and see some opportunities right about this side of the map. Sentry Ward is also here as well, so that is Hawk's Sentry Ward. So Cechi just timed his push at the time of his opponent's creeping. Breath of Fire on top of those footmen. Really, Breath of Fire should be focused on these flying machines, as do they have anti-ground? I don't think so. I think they just have anti-air and as well as anti-mechanical or building or something. I have no idea. Panda, very nice Frost, Breath of Fire on top of those flying machines. I did hear a Frost Nova, which I'm not sure what amount of damage it did, but it looks like CZE won this fight. Such a bad fight for Undead. Honestly, I would agree to some extent, just because of how many destroyers he lost, as well as, you know, how many Crypt Fiends he can't really manage to keep alive, as well as statues keep alive, so yeah. Yeah, even the chat saying the Panda is dangerously low. Honestly, that is true, but, you know, this is CZE we're talking about. He's not gonna throw away a Panda freely just for, you know, extension of this series. I mean, this game's already long enough. We're in 21 minutes in. What is the level status? We do have a level 4, level 2, as well as a level 2. For the human army, we do have a level 5, level 4, and a level 3 for the undead. Well, this is rather interesting. People keep on saying the undead has a chance. Others are saying that Hawk has a chance as a human player. So, like I said, we shall see. Supply cap is 80 over 49, so wow. Wow, CZE is very behind. Hawk right now can just A-click and just win this game. Well, kind of. He is also bringing his Shredder out, which is going to be a reasonable amount of tanky damage as well as, you know, just normal damage, which is kind of hard to come by if you're a player, I guess. I was going to say human player, but they have quite a bit of normal attacking guys as well. I mean, the Knight is one example, Footman, Spellbreaker, and that's pretty much it. Peasant, maybe. Either way, Lich is going to get focused down very, very quickly. Lich is at 200, 100. Oh wow, very slow. He is going to be taken down at level 4. So that's going to be quite a bit of resources for CZE right now. He's going to bring some Acolytes in, possibly to haunt the graveyard, which they are. Breath of Fire once again demolishing the most of the health from those flying machines, and it looks like the undead CZE is going to give the GG just because of how overwhelming the human player is right now. Dominance in both air as well as ground, leaving no chance for CZE to actually, you know, come back or deal the pressure he wants. Either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time in game 3 of this quarterfinal series. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys at a later date. Have a nice day.